My name is Peter Corkeron. I'm a marine biologist, and for 8 years I ran the large whale research program here in Woods Hole, Massachusetts for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which is usually just called NOAA. North Atlantic right whales are critically endangered, as our science has shown, and they're going to go extinct in our lifetime unless the government takes drastic action. These whales occur along the eastern seaboard of North America, from Canada all the way down to the coast of Florida. The main cause of death of these whales is entanglement in fishing gear, and then they're basically tortured to death and being hit by vessels. And their numbers are in significant decline, as we've shown. When I was at NOAA, we actually knew these whales were in trouble back in about 2015, and we tried to warn the NOAA higher-ups about this, but we didn't get very far with that. It wasn't until we published a scientific paper in the refereed literature in 2017 that the high-ups in NOAA were obliged to pay attention to the science that was pointing to these whales' serious decline. One of the things this paper led to was a thing called a biological opinion, and that's a document that's legally required under the Endangered Species Act to be produced to assess whether industries are having or could have an impact that's helping cause these whales, or any animal, go extinct. With regard to the biological opinion, these are produced by the managers at NOAA. And so one time I was on a call with my boss from the Science Centre at NOAA with a couple of managers, and one of the things they said is, we're not putting anything in writing anymore about North Atlantic right whales because this is all going to end up in court. And I was pretty shocked by this. That the government needs to keep records of why it makes the decision that it does. And anyway, I contacted my boss and pointed out that, I didn't know if this was legal or not, but it certainly wasn't ethical or moral, and I couldn't be a party to it. So anyway, we had that conversation in late 2017. By early 2018, I'd had a formal letter of reprimand from my supervisor. From what I was told, this letter was driven by complaints from the management office that was dealing with the right whale biological opinion. So I got in touch with Pierre because I wanted to know if what I'd done was actually whistleblowing under the Whistleblower Protection Act, which actually turns out it was. Anyway, luckily for me, I got in touch with Kyla Bennett. And it turns out Kyla actually worked on right whales more than 20 years ago, and so was really fully informed on the issues. And Kyla's continued to work with me over the years on right whale conservation issues. Pierre's done a good job of calling out NOAA leadership when they made false and misleading representations and omitted mention of scientific research, much of it authored by NIMS's own scientists, showing that we need more protections for North Atlantic right whales. Anyway, any sanity that remains is thanks to Pierre. In the end, I moved on and got a job elsewhere, still working on North Atlantic right whales. And the problem is that once you got people like me driven out, folks who are left are going to look at that and go, geez, I better watch myself, hadn't I? And so you have a culture of compliance building up. And so people are acquiescing to this appalling behaviour. And then for folks in the outside scientific community who want to deal with NOAA, they have to acquiesce too, or else they can't engage with NOAA. So you end up with a situation where this poison infects everyone associated with it. What this comes down to is scientific integrity, which is something that Pierre's trying to do a lot about. If you have a desecration of scientific integrity, you're going to end up in a situation where you've got obedience that's seen as far more important than excellence in science. You're going to end up with obedient scientists, not excellent ones. This is why the work of Pierre is so important. They stand up for scientists trying to do the right thing. They stand up for scientific integrity, and those in government who are trying to bring the best science out so the public benefits from that. So happy 30th birthday, Pierre.